everyone, my name is Amandeep Singh and I'm studying in Holmes Institute in Sydney. And today's my topic is Bank of Queensland. So here's my first slide. I would like to introduce my topic to you guys. So the Bank of Queensland is well-known financial institute in Australia. Although it invests, lends and helps to protect the money of the customers and clients from all around the world. And it is also introduced as one of the most successful business in the enlightened cultures. The Bank of Queensland achieved those culture and a creative positive contribution to every colleague with intention to serve customers and clients. And actually the value and behaviors to demonstrate their ethics is one of the most important sources for operating their clients, not for the commercial result, but also for the associating with the Bank of Queensland values and living with it. So I would like to talk about a little bit background of my topic. So fundamentally, it is established in 1874 in Brisbane. So the Bank of Queensland mainly it was established first in the Brisbane. So the Bank of Queensland is first of the permanent society that was found in the Queensland, and then after that in 1970 it changed its name to Bank of Queensland and adopt different customers operation for making their business on. So on the very next year they become listed as ASX. ASX stand here for the Australian Stock Exchange, publicity traded company. In the end of the 90s, they opened their first regional branch in Townsville and Cranes. Also, with this, they also introduced their completely owned sustainably by the Incorporated Bank of Queensland Saving Bank Limited. And their first mission of financial market, in one word, the mission of the Bank of Queensland is to be more loved bank in the Australia. So they want to be on number first in Australia. And second, thus in Australia, the Bank of Queensland is considered as one of the most leading and challenger bank. So they was doing really good in the starting. So as their goal is to be on the top of the Australia, so they are really good in the starting. Also, building long-term customer relationship, they pride themselves. So even they are very good making a long relationship with the customers by providing their like best and possibilities to deal with them and going giving their best, you can say, opportunities and relation, be polite with them, doing giving them extra benefits. And also, so this long-term customer relationship is maintained by their genuine interaction and with their customers and supporting them when any financial need arises. Their strategy directly focus on the appropriate segments where the value of the customers are more familiar with the banking relationships. So here is the first three main missions for the financial markets. So if we talk about the pre-COVID financial performance of Bank of Queensland, like what actually happened in between the COVID-19, because due to Corona or COVID-19, everything, whole world just get a little bit disturbed. So everywhere is a little bit up and down. So if we talk about the Bank of Queensland, the Bank of Queensland successfully maintained a good financial performance in pre-COVID situation along with the situation during the COVID-19 pandemic. So as I talk about everywhere in the world, there's a little bit disturbance in everywhere. But here the Bank of Queensland made great achievement in COVID-19 as well. So in 2019, they announced a net profit of $298 million after paying tax. So it is a really good achievement. So so means in Corona as well, they are doing really good with the customers. In 19 and if I talk about 2018, they announced just actually of net profit of $336 million. So the Bank of Queensland makes actually of net profit of $336 million in the financial year of 17. So here's some of the record. So they are a little bit down in 2019, but still it is really good. Like as I told you, due to Corona, everywhere is been disturbed. So if we talk about the way for dealing with the corporate finance, so here in the whole banking operation culture of the Bank of Queensland, they maintain a good relationship with their customer client to first stay connected with them. So even in the Corona time or to do dealing with the corporate finance, they are doing really well for the customers. So trying to make a good relationship with the customers. If we have a good with the customers, so always attract and if I am satisfied from this bank, I can tell to my other friends as well, so you can also come and join this area. No matter whether the crisis be in a medium or small enterprises, commercial property development and investment finance, corporate banking is a specific funnel. So yeah, sometimes we do really good with the peoples who need, like, from where we can get extra profit or extra gain. But like, to making a good relationship with the whole of the public, you need to be at the same level with all of them. So yeah, it's really good to behave good with the people who need smaller money or smaller loan from the banks, or who have a smaller deposit from where you can't get like the big profit, but still you're doing really well to the consumer with them. So yeah, three-way used to cash flow forecast, capital arise, make the business decision and analysis results. So for dealing with all of these, they always prepared for taking actions whenever any opportunities arise. Since 1974, the Bank of New Zealand gathering different kind of information for recognizing their customers. Along with this, they made a different partnership with other corporation financial organizations as well. So they're always expanding, try to expand their business. So they're always trying to make a, at the end, if their relationship with the customers are really good, so yeah, it will be really good. So yeah, other parts of the way of dealing with the customer corporate finance. So the three important questions in the corporate financial are related with the investment and budgeting of different capital, financing of capital, and dividend and return of the individual capital. So if you talk about the all these three questions, so in the investment and budgeting of different capital, the Bank of Queensland plan for placing the allocation for the company long-term assets. This can help them to a lot generating higher risk adjustment returns. So we specialize in financial throughout the entire supply chain to serve different industry needs. So if we talk about here partners, products, and the end customers. So partners are actually who have to manufacture the who are the manufacturers of the companies, the wholesalers and the distributors actually they are. And after that we have a three for the resellers, dealers, and brokers in that. So the product where you can, the products are the building where they can lease and hold their business. So important financial risk. So this all is comes in products. Way for dealing with the corporate financial again. So yeah, when it comes to the capital budgeting, the Bank of Queensland use different financial accounting tools and recognize the capital expenditure, estimate cash flow, and they compare with the planned investment and project to income and decide individual product that can be helped including in the capital budget. So here they also identify different company stock through which long-term funding for capital expenditure may obtain. When it's come to the dividends and return of capital, the corporate manager of the Bank of Queensland decided to retain business exchange earning from future investment. Here they also identify the shareholders that used for fund a business expansion. So here if we talk about the budgeting for the business, so they estimate the cash flow, they compare with the planned investment. So they're always comparing how much they need to expand on the business to going on, and how much they get profit on that. In the capital financing of Bank of Queensland, take all necessary decisions for making an optimal capital investments through their business. So yeah, and then they are doing. We need to do budget for everything. If anything that we do in life, we need to make a budget for them, and we need to see whatever we gain from it or whatever we lose. So to deal with the corporate finance, we need to all set up all of these things. How to deal with the customers, how to deal with the investment, what we got from that, and how can we use everything in between over there. So taking action in the COVID-19 pandemic for maintenance of cash flow. So what actually they did to run their business during the COVID-19 pandemic. So as a leading bank in Australia, the Bank of Queensland always have a cash reserve. So yeah, during the COVID-19, everyone not everyone, most of people lost their jobs, were working outside due to lockdown or due to the COVID-19. They reduced the customers, reduced the workers. So everyone need little bit of cash, extra cash, or you can say extra money from the banks. So yeah, most of the banks say no to the most of the people, but as the this is a leading Bank of the Australia. So they always have a cash reserve, there. This reserve cash they used for conducting their business whenever any crisis arise, such as coronavirus pandemic. So here, Mr. Badalu et al. 2019. So they use this cash to help the people. So whenever there is any crisis arise, such as coronavirus. So along with it, they maintain an orderly record, which maintain and update regularly by them for keeping them out from any crisis or trouble. Additionally, it helps them to resolving any race crisis, as I talked about before. So they use this money, when there's any crisis. As the Bank of Canada maintain a good relationship that can lead their customers even in the pandemic period. For maintaining continuous cash flow, they ensure for being covered in emergency rise. So yeah, whoever people are with the connect with the Bank of Queensland, and they are really happy because they get help from the bank when when they actually need, in this crisis. Everyone just get a little bit shuffle, or you can say going a bit down. Lots of people get into depression as well due to this because they lost their jobs. So yeah, therefore it still have a good position in the business, Bank of Queensland, because even it helps people in a really hard position. So yeah. So here's the references, where I get my all this stuff. So here's the two references. So yeah, and then thank you. Hopefully you really like my PowerPoint slides. I was really happy.